All right. I'd like to welcome everybody to the work session of September the 16th of 2024. Public comments. Ellen, do we have any?
Yes, Curtis Turner.
Mr. Turner? How are you doing this morning, Mr. Turner?
Oh, not bad. How are you?
Doing great.
A school board member and co-founder of Moms for Liberty, Bridget Ziegler, and Florida Representative Party Chairman, Christian Ziegler. It was reported that an unnamed woman said she was friends with the Zieglers. In October 2023, she filed a report with the Sarasota Police Department. The report claimed that Christian Ziegler had come to her apartment and raped her. This was after a planned threesome between Christian Ziegler, Bridget Ziegler, and the victim fell through when Bridget could not make it. Bridget confirmed with investigators that she, her husband, and the victim had sexual encounters for roughly a year. Within the past 2 weeks, 9 North Alabama schools, to include Tanner, Clemens, and East Limestone, have had threats against them. In Georgia, a 13-year-old was given an AR-15 rifle. At the age of 14, he went to school and murdered 2 students who did not look like him. He also murdered 2 teachers. Children see adults who bully and intimidate in order to get their way with no adverse consequences. Children who are abused are likely to grow up and be abusers. Children of sexual promiscuous parents are likely to become sexually promiscuous themselves. The future of our children, your grandchildren, is in your hands. You can turn a blind eye and a deaf ear to the bullying and intimidation by these traveling groups, or you can say there are severe consequences to this type of action. Library workers should not be threatened with arrest for something that the child learned from his parents at home. Hold the parents accountable.
Thank you, Mr. Turner.
Jennifer Moore.
How you doing this morning, Ms. Moore?
I'm doing well. I'm sorry. Hold on just a second.
All right.
I don't quite need all that.
All right.
I just wanted to come and give you guys an update. I actually have one of my clients who's about 5 minutes away as well that's down on the public comments. In the last month since I've seen you guys last, we've been able to place around 7 clients out of this community. We're seeing a lot of success with our sidewalk outreach as far as getting our name out there and letting people know that we have free services available. I've got a young lady that's coming today that is going to just share a little bit about our services and how she has walked through that on her journey. Miss Amanda King is a single mother. She had struggled with addiction. We sent her to detox, and she's now back here in Athens. The truth is that the addiction issue has actually become a pandemic on its own, and it's devastating our communities. The women and children in the community that I have run across seem to be in desperate conditions. Miss Amanda has recently gotten approved for Section 8 and is waiting. She's also enrolled into our mentor program, and so I'm trying to keep her tucked in. But the thing is that when these people get done with their journey and they come back home, they have real challenges on stability. So I did want to ask you guys, I know I had brought a letter of intent here last time. I wanted to ask if y'all guys would look at that and consider putting it on the agenda for a vote. I'm not asking to fund the full project. We do have this house that's available that we would love to open up as a crisis center for women with children. It will be open and available for us to move in within the next week. They are finishing up the details on that. I have been out doing sidewalk outreach to try to raise funds and try to get sponsorships as well to try to get into this house. And I've also got a meeting set with the homeowner as well to see if we can't get full funding, if they would be willing to do some type of lease purchase agreement to allow allow us to get in there so that we can actually service the clients that we have that are coming out now that are in immediate need, like Miss Amanda. And I do hope that she gets here in time to be able to share with you guys about her journey. And I just appreciate y'all guys letting me come and speak with you about this. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, and I did want to ask, do y'all have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kendrick Taylor.
I've decided not to say anything. Okay.
Okay.
While we wait for Ms. King, Attorney Dale, would you like to read the public comment?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, we have a comment from Allison Woltman. It starts, "Gentlemen of the County Commission, thank you for allowing me the opportunity to address a crucial issue regarding our county's shelter's current contract. The contract currently states that the proposer must ensure, except in extraordinary circumstances, which must be approved in advance in the sole discretion of Limestone County, that no animal shall remain in the animal pound for a time period longer than 14 days. While I understand the constraints faced by our shelter, I urge you to reconsider this policy and revise it to better support our community's commitment to animal welfare. Under these guidelines, shelter workers will face significant roadblocks when trying to secure extensions for animals that may, for example, be scheduled for rescue but need additional time. This bureaucratic hurdle to get extensions approved in advance places unnecessary stress on our dedicated staff and diminishes the chance for these animals to find homes or rescues. As long as there is space available for incoming animals, the focus should be on maximizing opportunities for every pet rather than enforcing a rigid deadline. According to an article that came out a couple days ago from the Decatur Daily, Mr. Colin Daly stated that the commission had to include the retention period in the proposal for legal reasons. He said, quote, "In the contract, we put it in that way because when we bid it out, we just wanted to make sure we were in compliance." He went on to say, "We're hoping to adopt all animals out. The state law says a county must hold an animal 7 days, and then it must hold it another 7 to give the owner time to come pick it up. I understand the need to be in compliance with state laws. However, there's a significant difference between the state law requiring that animals be held for at least 14 days and the way our current contract reads, saying that animals must be out in 14 days or disposed of. Seems we can all agree that we want as many animals saved as possible. So I propose we amend the contract to better reflect the state law and our community values by revising it to read that, quote, animals must be held for at least 14 days before euthanasia is considered, with every effort made to find owners, facilitate adoptions, or transfer animals to rescues during this period," end quote. This small but consequential change would remove unnecessary barriers, allowing shelter staff to act swiftly and efficiently without the need for extended approval processes. It would also ensure that animals have a fair chance to be reunited with their families or find new homes, support our shelter staff more effectively, and demonstrate our commitment to the well-being of every animal in Limestone County. Thank you for your time and consideration. Allison Woltman.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Is Amanda King?
Well, yeah, we can move forward and we can, is she signed in?
She signed her in.
Okay, well, y'all, Drew, when she comes in, can we let her make it when she comes in, since she's signed in?
At the chair's discretion, yes, sir.
Yeah, we can do that. We can just wait till closer to the end and we can go on through the business part of it. All right. Any more public comments?
No further comments.
Then thank you, and like I said, anytime you cannot get here, you're more than welcome to email one in like we have been doing here, so. All right. First thing on the agenda will be the minutes from September the 3rd of 2024. Do we have any discussion with the minutes? All right, next one will be claims, an amount of $1,236,964.41. Anybody got a discussion with that? All right, conflicts of interest. Does anybody have any conflicts of interest or anything coming from the commission body today? Everybody's silent, so I'll take that as a no. Public hearings, we have none. Resolutions and orders. We got two. First resolution order on here today is approve a resolution adopting the procedure for accepting public records request. Anybody got a discussion with that? And Number 2 will be to approve a resolution designating Limestone County Attorney Drew Deal to serve as the public officer of the Limestone County to carry out and directivate Open Records Acts, and this would be as amended by Act Number 2024-278. Drew, you want to explain anything on those two acts?
Yes, this is a recent change in the Open Records Act law. There was an amendment which, before this time, there were really no deadlines. It was just a reasonable time to respond, and there were some other things about the act that maybe could have been a little clearer, but the state legislature has tried to clear that up. They've set some kind of requirements, so if we receive a simple request within 15 business days, we're required to provide a response or get an extension. If it's a more complicated request, then we can give a timeline and make a payment for request, and it provides, for extensions as well. And it also, the act provides that the commission would appoint a public officer to carry out the directives of the act. And in this case, it would seem to make most sense on a day-to-day basis that I would be appointed by y'all to that post.
Anybody got
Y'all have any
questions?
other questions for me on that?
And if y'all want to sing happy birthday to him, today's his birthday. But anyways, no, so that's what we're giving you for your birthday.
Thank you.
All right.
Great
right.
birthday gift. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Drew. Moving forward, contracts, agreements, MOUs, and grants. First on here will be to approve an agreement with the Tennessee Valley authorities for radiologic emergency preparedness funding. Anybody got a discussion with that? Number 2 will be to approve a contract with Katie Henson to provide contract service coordinator to the Coordinates Division services of the juvenile assigned through the Limestone County Juvenile Court. Anybody got a discussion with that? Number 3 will be to approve MOU awarding the following grants from the for community corrections. First one will be Limestone County Veterans Treatment Court, and this is an amount of $17,357. The next one is for the drug court, and it's an amount of $17,357, and the next one will be drug family treatment court, and this is the amount of $29,540. Anybody got a discussion with any one of those? All right, no discussion with any one of those. We'll move on to number 4. Will be to approve a cooperative agreement between AMRV, RC&D Council, and the Limestone County Commission for a grant in the amount of $21,695 to improve and implement. This will be for creating a handicap accessibility for the Richard Martin Trail. This is in Elkmont. We've talked about this, and I want to thank Commissioner Salmon. He's on the RC&D Council, and this is, we were going to take a little portion of the Richard Martin Trail in Elkmont and going to redo it, make it handicap accessible, and we're going to name a little section of that trail the Brady Jordan Trail after Brady Jordan, young man who lost his life, so had autism. So anybody got any discussion with that? All right. Thank you, Darryl, for being on that council.
Good project.
It's a good project and be good for the community. Number 5 will be to approve an MOU with the Limestone County Emergency Communication District. This will be for the RAVE alert system, and this will go from September the 1st of 2024 through August of 30th of 2025, and this is something we do every year. Anybody got any discussion with that? And I want to thank, the RAVE system. It really makes a difference when we're down in, and when you're in crisis needs. It's really good, so thank you. All right. Number 6 will be to approve the Limestone County EMA to apply for a FMA planning grant. Anybody got a discussion with that? Number 7 will be to approve an amendment to the Alabama Department of Youth Services long-term detention subsidy contract. Anybody got a discussion with that? Struggling today. All right, number 7 will be to approve a contract for veteran services for the Limestone County Animal Pound. Consulting veterinarian services for the Limestone Animal Control Pound. Anybody got a discussion with that? And y'all have got the contract there on that. Any discussion with that? So that's all with that. So moving on to budget revisions. Number one will be to authorize Ella Morel to approve department budget revisions as necessary for the end of the year procedures. We do this every year with the administrator. Anybody got a discussion with that? Number two will be to approve the fiscal 24-25 budget effective October 1st of 2024. Anybody got a discussion with the budget? And I want to thank all departments and everybody that has helped with this. I know it's been a long process, but we've got there, and I want to thank everybody for what they do. All right, emergency purchase, we have none. Board appointments, we have none. Award of bids, we have several bids to award today, and I'm not going to read. I'll just say there's several bids here on the list. Recyclable tires, crushed stone, asphalt, and along with everything else that we deal with the engineering. So I'm not going to read through all of them. They listed all here. So
Is that,
guardrails and whatnots.
I just have a question.
Yes, sir.
Mr.
Go
Chair.
ahead.
Is the grant for that over, or is this,
No, the recyclable tires, it's still a good.
it's still a grant?
Yeah, it's still a grant.
So the $2,750 per load, what is the $500, is that extra in addition to a van, or what is that $500 a month, open top trailer?
They charge $500 more for open top
For
trailer
open
versus.
top. Is that what
Yes,
it is?
that's what
Okay.
it is. Yeah, that's part of that grant, and that is, like I said, that's just, we had to get a bid on that to get the contract for the grant, so. Yeah, that's a good service, keep the tires out of the ditches, so. Anybody got a discussion with any other bid or award we got here? And I want to thank everybody who bidded. I know it's been a long process, but we've got about 5 pages of them here, so. Anybody got a discussion with any one of them? All right, nobody has a discussion with any bid. Don't think all bidders. We'll move on to personnel, policy, and staffing actions. And if y'all want to, we can take up 1 through 4 together. They're all for corrections officers, and they'll all be effective the same. And so it'll be to approve to hire Justin Wilson, Jaslyn Johnson, Kaylee Garrett, and Eric Davis as corrections officers. Anybody got a discussion with any one of those? If we don't, we'll just take all 4 of those up one motion. All right, number 5 will be to approve to hire Bradley Jackson as a communications officer, and this will be effective 9/26/24, pending a drug screening on all these jobs. Anybody got a discussion with that one? Number 6 will be to approve to hire Yesko Carpio, is that right? Does that sound good to y'all? Yeah.
Close enough?
Close enough. Jessica, I believe is how it said. Jessica Carpio as a drug lab case manager pending a drug screening. Anybody got a discussion with that? Number 7 will be to promote Michelle Burns to real property appraiser, and that'll be in the revenue office. Number 8 will be to approve to transfer Jeffrey Thomas from equipment operator 1 to equipment operator 2. I presume he got his CDL license and stuff?
Yeah.
Congratulate him on that. That's so it'll be District 1. He's moving up. Number 9 will be to approve an engineering GIS floodplain management job description. And number 10 will be to promote Todd Lawson from the GIS technic to engineering assistant GIS floodplain manager, and this will be effective October 1. Number 11 will be to approve to grant the chairman authority to approve job descriptions and hiring employees for the new animal shelter control department. And number 12 will be to amend the staffing plan to add 2 new deputies for the courthouse security. And number 13 will be to approve the staffing plan and for the fiscal year 2024. And on number 11, I'll kind of go back to that. We'll kind of work on that as we go, because me and the sheriff's got to sit down and have some conversation about that. I know right now some of them work on the sheriff's office, and we're probably going to have a working relationship through all that. So that's just getting everything, just getting us the footprint laid out. And so in the 2 deputies, that is what we're doing is we're putting 1 full-time deputy at the courthouse, and that'll be a deputy come here too for security reasons. I know that we had part-time, and we just hadn't been able to find part-time since school has went back and everything, so working through that. Anybody got anything else for the staffing plan? All right, merit increases. We have a few listed here below. Anybody got a discussion with the merit increase? Except Drew, it's his birthday. He get a merit increase on his birthday too, so you get all
Another
kinds of
great
things for your
gift.
birthday,
Thank
aren't
you.
you? All right. Engineers report, Mr. Massey.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have 4 subdivisions for y'all's consideration today. Salem Springs subdivision, this is a minor for preliminary and final, affecting 2 lots in District 4. Glass Hollow Estates, minor, preliminary and final, creating 3 lots in District 4. Magnolia Terrace, replat of Lot 1. This is a minor for preliminary and final, affecting 2 lots in District 2. Stony Point subdivision, this is a minor for preliminary, creating 88 lots in District 2.
Anybody got any discussion with any subdivision or anything for Mark?
Just as kind of a way of update, we are in District 4, beginning strip patching operations. So we'll be up there. We're just kind of moving from one job to the next, one road to the next. Primarily working off of our asphalt tank and stored rock, just to kind of handle those chip seal strip patches. So.
Have we done any chip sealing with the new equipment? Did we get some equipment on your dump trucks?
We have.
Is that worked out?
We have not. I think we got one of them fitted in District 4. And that's what this strip patching session is about. Is that type work? So we haven't been in that position yet.
We're prepping our roads that will freeze tore up, so we'll be ready by the end of the week.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
All right. Just want to let you know.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Anybody got anything else before we move further? All right, other business. We've been going through inventory list, and Stephanie's been working hard on that, and everybody, department heads have too. So thank everybody for that. We're transferring some items, getting the inventory stuff straightened up. So this right here is the first list is items being transferred from one office to the other. I'm not going to read through them all. It's just a simple, just mostly laptop stuff, like from the jail to this portion or this, that, the other. So. And then on next part, the next one will be to remove the following from inventory. Some of them are just things that we've done away with or no longer have or just old or outdated. So anybody got to deal with that? Or some of it we've traded some vehicles off and got some new ones. So anybody got any issues with either one of the inventory lists? All right, number 3 will be to approve a 5% cost of living increase beginning September the 29th and with a pay date of October 18th. And this is for FY 24-25. Want to thank all of our employees for all they do. And I know the cost of living, we kind of went by the cost of living index, and that's where we kind of got to. So anybody got any discussion with that? All right. Number 4 will be to approve the Limestone County Commission policy for electric records and signatures. Anybody got discussion with that? All right, and there's one thing under other business I kind of want to speak on just a second. I talked to Emily about it the other day. I had a meeting last week down in Dadeville with the ACCA board, and one of the things that we're going to try, and I'm going to kind of help pilot this program, is for the CO officers at the jail. It'll where they can qualify for the 1-for-5-year retirement, just like the deputies can, because they are, and I know we've had some issues with some, they're in hazardous ways. So that was one of the things that the RSA, and we're working with RSA on the retirement system to where they can qualify just like a deputy can for that. So maybe we can get that passed. That can, I know we've hired 4 corrections officers today. Maybe that can be a hiring and a retention issue to where we can help to where they can get the hazard, the 1-for-5, just like the deputies get. So can't promise that, but that's what we are working on. So just want to kind of update everybody on that. Anybody else got any other business?
Chairman?
And I got the...
On the number 12, under amending the staffing plan to add 2 deputy sheriff positions to courthouse security, I think that's actually just included in the new staffing plan
Okay.
for October 1st. So I
Yeah, I
don't
was
think
wondering why
we'll
it was
be
on there.
voting for that today.
So do we need to scratch number 12?
Yes, it's just included in the fiscal year.
It's in the new staffing
24.
plan, just kind of talk about it. Okay.
Right.
So it's already, it'll be in the staffing plan to be voted on the next one. So
Well,
we've-
it'll be, you're approving the staffing plan
Yeah.
for October 1st, but we just need to mark it off.
Okay, number 12, it'll actually be in the other ones. So, all All right, and in other business, we've got a lady that came in that had signed up for the public comment, and we're going to allow her to give her 3 minutes now, please, ma'am.
Amanda King.
Ms. King? Yes, ma'am. How are you doing today?
I'm blessed. How about you?
And congratulations.
Well, thank you. Really nervous, so let's just go with this. I've been in addiction most of my life. I have been in and out of treatments, jails, and I mean, just it's been a constant battle. As I was a child, I grew up in a very unstable home, but I used that excuse for years and years to get better. And I finally did get better. I went to detox, and I finally got my life back. My kids are home, but you know, we are looking to start a different program to help women and children. I mean, not only do you have to learn how to be a parent, but you also have to learn not to use any substance, you know, to make it through life. But that's what I'm learning, and this young lady has helped me. I went to detox, and now we're just looking for something that we can help other women and children. There's just not a lot of programs out there that could help women and children, surely if you're single and not married or whatever. I just know that it would benefit a lot of women and children. I do work. I don't just sit at home. I don't like to get all government assistance. I think if you can work, you can work. But yeah, just having a program like close, because I'm from Rogersville. I live in Rogersville, and there's really nothing around except for Florence, and it costs a lot of money just to get into somewhere. And some of these moms don't have that. You know, they get to take their children with them. It's just it's a blessing. But yeah, that's all I really got to say. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Ms. King. Anybody else? Anybody else got any other business before we recess for 15 minutes? And we will recess for 15 minutes, which will put us 9:41.